And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the champ. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at center. And looking at the Nets, we've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Now here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. 4 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Holiday. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Lopez throws it down.
Chalk that up. Lopez won't miss many of those.
Harden outside. Lopez with the block. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the layup falls.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the board.
Now, here is Harden. Another miss by Harden.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively. And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Here's Irving. Here's Jordan. The second chance effort. That shot off. Good D by Lopez. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
KD passes to Jordan. And the Nets miss again. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's Giannis. Trying to get open is Lopez. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Holiday.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Harden outside. Pass to Durant. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Irving from long range. Here's Jordan. To halt the run. Good D by Lopez.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And the dunk by Giannis.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Nets trail by 7. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
So ferocious on the take. I just love how Durant aggressively attacks guys. And despite his slight frame, he plays a physical offensive game.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go. Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Passes to Irving for the three. Offensive rebound, and Green is right there.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. KD's got the ball, but he gets it back from deep. With the teardrop. Tries yet again. Bucket is good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Here's Brown. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Fire that pass down the court, guys. I mean, that's the best way to keep the fast break moving.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets out in front as they end the period on a 9-0 run. Live from Brooklyn, New York. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, well, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Kyrie Irving. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Brown the pass to Claxton. And the basket is good.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. There's the lob to Brown.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
Tucker with the ball. He's against Green. Stolen by Durant. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it goes down 2 points. Irving's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
A nice shot by Irving.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Portis. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
Tucker does not shy away from contact, not afraid at all. He expects it, sees it coming, stays poised, and gets the and one chance there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And James Harden has subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Harden kicks to Harris. Outside, Green. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Antetokounmpo.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harden draws the double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Brooklyn with the ball. Green, the pass to Harris. Traps in the tray.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
Holiday looking for an opening. The pass to Antetokounmpo. It's deflected. Harris outside. Brown trying to free himself up, and Harris gets it to go on the assist by Green.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Harden outside. Brown outside. Back to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 to shoot. And Harden with the stuff.
Harden's ball handling is absolutely off the chain insane. I mean, easily carving up the defense. Superb control. Got it on the string.
Here's DiVincenzo. Banked in off the glass. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Harden outside. He gets it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so we conclude the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They're in better shape now than they were at one point. And that does it for our halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. This is his first free throw of the game.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. He feeds it to Griffin. Harden left side. Shamet with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Drains the three-pointer. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Bucks trail by 9. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. The wide open look here for Lopez. Off target from outside. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And he gets it to go. Harden's got 11.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. It's deflected.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
The Bucks have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Shamet. Middleton against Harris. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 11 on the basket for Middleton.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
Chalk up 2 there.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Here's Holiday, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Nets leading by 11. Harden surveying the D. Dishes to Griffin. And the rejection by Giannis. Middleton against Harden. Middleton drives in. Here's Giannis. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Here's Harden. Pass to Claxton. Now, here's Shamet. Here's Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Holiday.
And it's almost impossible to stay down on Harden's shot fake. I mean, he's effective at getting defenders in the air. And when that happens, you're at his mercy.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Drew Holiday. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Nets leading by 7. Shamet on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Shamet kicks to Harris. From the line. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Landry Shamet. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Green passes to Jordan. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And on the way from Irving for three, and no good. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut to just one on the basket from Drew Holiday.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Brooklyn ahead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
That screen.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Jordan. Durant is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And Holiday, here we go. Lopez, no luck.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort. Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Down low, here's Holiday. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. One-on-one fast break. KD can't get it to go.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Durant with the steal. Outside Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Here's Holiday. Kicks it down to Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Nets with the lead. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. And that one, good. Luwawu's got his first bucket of the night. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Outside Holiday buries the long-range jumper. It's a tie ball game.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Irving looking over the floor. KD on the wing. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Holiday against Irving with the fadeaway. Here's Giannis. Another shot. Shooting foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin.
Nets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Holiday against Irving. Outside, KD. Irving dishes to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to. Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Here's Harden. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his 5th foul. Here's Holiday. 1:36 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight. Harden with it. Outside Irving. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 5. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
The rebound by Harden. Nets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. So Green will go to the line. That's on Brook Lopez. And the Nets making a change here. Harris is checked in.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Holiday against Harden. Shot left block. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And again, the Bucks miss. Harden left side. Pass to Harris. Durant in the corner. Green finds KD. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Harris. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Harden, no good.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks, for
for the land of the free.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the two guard. And for Brooklyn, Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harden in at the point guard position. Now Irving, Paul George missing from long range. And the shot goes in. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Morris, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside for George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Back to KD. Corner shot. Another miss by Harden. The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. A three ball. It doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Now George, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. It's good.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Luwawu is checked in for Irving. On defense, the Clippers. Harden gets the bucket.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now here's Leonard. Outside, George. Morris passes to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Harris with it. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. And here's George. Launches it. It's hauled in by Harris. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. From 15 feet away, the shot, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Leonard, no luck.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Passes it to Leonard. Takes the three. The rebound by the Nets.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And stolen by Cousins. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. There's the triple. And no good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with it. Leonard picks him up. Jordan kicks to KD. That three off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And Batum gets it to go on the assist by George.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Pass to Jordan. Here's KD. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And here's George for three. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 5 points so far.
You have got to be aware of Paul George. He is a knockdown shooter from deep.
Harden the pass to Jordan. That shot misses. Nice D from Cousins. The Clippers trail. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's George missing.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And it's sent back by George. Here's Irving. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now here's Kennard. From downtown. No good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Griffin is out there with Green, and it's Durant. Then there's Brown, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And it's Green missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting only 21% from the field so far. Kennard for 3. And the rebound goes to Griffin. The Nets with the lead. Green draws the double. Outside for KD. And a miss there on the triple. KD's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Kennard. Shoots. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Kennard's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Clippers. Outside Irving. And there's the pass to Green for 3. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. And it's the Clippers' ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Kennard's shot is off. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Irving finds Griffin. Green deciding where to go with it. It's Durant on the wing. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Kevin Durant is a threat to shoot it as soon as the ball hits his hands. This guy incredible, relentless as a scorer.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kennard's shot is off. It's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball. Batum grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Kennard for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And that one's good. Green.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Here's Beverly after Jeff Green's bucket. Kennard on the wing. From the arc, it drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Shoots. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Back to Durant. Outside Green. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Kennard for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. KD's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Irving passes to Durant. There's Brown with the three. That shot off the mark. And the Clippers will go the other way with it and taken away by Brown. Outside, Green. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. A putback, and it's Brown on the follow. Brown's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Rondo dishes to George. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And it's 7 points for Paul George. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. There's Green with the three. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Puts up a three. The rebound by Jeff Green.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And on the way from Irving for three. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. George looking over the floor. George missing again. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Brooklyn ahead, leading by just 2. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Harden's shot is good.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Kicks it out to Harden. From deep 3-point range, another miss by Harden.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Leonard missing.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And KD throws it down.
Absolutely no mercy right now from Kevin Durant in transition. Those long strides, that's an easy bucket.
George against Harris. Morris outside. 3-pointer. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Feeds to Harris. Nobody near Irving. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Looking to get it going. The shot, no good.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And the rejection by Leonard. A 3 from Morris. Rebounded by the Nets. KD's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And here's Harden for 3. Again, the miss by Harden.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
The 3 from George. And Irving pulls it down.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
And that one is good.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Leonard the pass to George. The 3-pointer is right on target. George has got 10 points in the game.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Zubats against Harden. Pass to Irving. Back to Harden. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Irving. Fires the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And it's off from 3-point range. Clippers trail by 6. Outside, George. 34 seconds left in the third. Good work defensively by Harden. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. Brownie's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Johnson in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Kennard for 3. The Clippers rebound. The 3 sinks the 3-pointer. 8 points for him. Here's Luwawu, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Griffin on out there with Johnson. And it's Luwawu in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Kennard finds Zubats. Back to Kennard. Lock at 6. No good off the front iron.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Kennard on the wing. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. On the wing, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Rondo. Kennard on the wing. Zubac trying to break loose. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Kennard. Harden against Rondo. It's Harden.
Oh, wow! And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Beverly up top. Passes it to Kennard. The three. It's hauled in by Claxton. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Green. And Irving subbed in for Brown. And the Clippers with a change here too. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Offensive rebound. Jordan. Outside Durant.
Get there, get there.
Dishes it to Harden. They get it back, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
The feed to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Harris, right side. Jordan, the pass to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The kick out to Irving. Misses the three.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Irving with the steal. Durant with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Poke loose. Batum with the steal. Harden against Rondo. Pass to Kennard. 1:25 left in the game. He feeds it to Batum, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Harden finds Jordan. On the way, Harris. Stolen by Jackson.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And here's Harris from the arc. Jordan, the pass to Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And the Nets lead by 10.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Kennard for three. That shot off, and Brooklyn will come the other way. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
The pass to Kennard. Here's the three. No good. Now Harden. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it. And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets mean business. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan, then it's Harden, and it's Luwawu in at the shooting guard position. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Pass to Covington. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Harden dishes to Jordan. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Jordan.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Lillard against Harden. That one goes in.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Here is Harden. Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by McCollum. The wide open look for Durant. The three-pointer, no good.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. McCollum outside. Pulls up on the wing. Off the left rim and out.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Norman Powell. Now, here's Kanter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And it's Anthony, top of the key. Harden against McCollum. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Out in the open court, Irving's just too quick, too shifty to contain.
Lillard against Irving. And it's blocked by Jordan. McCollum up top, guarded by Harden. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Irving. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got his second bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Kanter finds McCollum. Stolen by Harden. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So for the Nets, Griffin comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in for Kevin Durant. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard.
Well, he makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Anthony. That one's off. Still out of sync.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there. And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, GA, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep you guessing.
And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. Simons, the pass to Jones. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball. Yep, that one goes in there.
And really, Harden is even dangerous when he's looking to score. Even when the defense gets physical with him, he takes the contact, he powers through it.
Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
But the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. On the free throw, no good.
And it's clear that the Beard is a special player, a clutch performer. He loves to play the game of basketball.
Powell finds Canner. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Irving. No good on that one. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly.
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
They've got Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Irving, good. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Here's Irving after Enes Kanter's basket. Pulls it from the elbow. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Green. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets. Simons surveying the D. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Takes it out to Covington. It's good from long range. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Covington, this is one of his favorite shots. He's a lights-out perimeter shooter with textbook form.
Passes it to Shamet. Got a hand on it. The kick out to Irving. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Irving's pump fake is dangerous. Got to stay down on him. When you jump, he goes right into the defender.
Free throw, good, Irving. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And Luwawu subbed in for Landry Shamet. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. McCollum comes in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
D.A., thank you. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Well, you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Here's Luwawu. Yep, it counts. Luwawu's got his first points in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Lillard. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Jones. And now Portland on the break. Teardrop shot. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yep, that one goes.
And that's just tremendous dribbling from Harden. I mean, he has the ball on the string, the handles, weaving around any defender in his way.
Now here's Jones, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's Harden. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Covington wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. Covington's got 6.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
The pass to KD. Pass to Jordan. And the layup is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lillard scanning the floor. High post, Nurkic. Lillard against Harden. And here's Covington from the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. He's got 9.
This is the confidence Covington has in himself. Assertive as shooting right off the pass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Off the inbound pass. And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 11. And over to Shaq. What do you... And that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. McCollum outside. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. McCollum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Nets leading by 11. Harden surveying the D. Here's Jordan. Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Lillard against Harden. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard against Harden. Out to Harris. Pass to Luwawu. To the paint. Here's Jordan. And the call on. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Brown comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. And that one drops for him. Cantor's got his third basket of the night right there. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin comes in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Green in for Joe Harris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Simons. He's covered by Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on this team.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point, though.
Here's Claxton. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Anthony. Here's Simons. And it's blocked by Brown. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Claxton with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Anthony right side. Griffin with the steal. Green kicks to Brown. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
They get the rebound. It's Powell on the wing. And the dunk by Powell.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
To the inside. McCollum, no good. Nets leading by 13. Claxton, the pass to Griffin. Over in the corner, Brown. His 3-pointers off the mark. Portland's gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 15.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And it's sent back by Irving. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Brooklyn ahead, up by 15. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Irving's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. Harden dishes to Irving. From outside the arc, Harden's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Here's Lillard. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 17-point lead, their biggest. No good from Durant.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
And it's good off the back rim and in. Powell's got 4 points this quarter. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Irving for 3. The shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Lillard. And they go to the intentional foul. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic, passes it to Lillard. High, arcing shot.
And he's just so mobile for his size. That's a big part of the value Jordan has at the defensive end. When he's on you, he's too hard to shake, and he had an impact on that shot for sure.
Here's Irving after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. In the corner, Harden. He kicks it to Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
And that's what Jordan does best. An extremely lethal dunker.
Trailblazers trail by 13. Lillard with it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Nice little floater there. When you're Irving's size, it's an important shot to have in your arsenal.
There's the pass to Powell. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's KD. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Irving against Jones. Irving, good. And the Nets lead by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Brooklyn.
This is a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jordan.
His passes were crisp tonight. Pinpoint. So many easy buckets came off his assist.
Here is Durant after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Harden the pass to Irving. No good from outside. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Nurkic kicks to Powell. And stolen by Jordan. Harden dishes to Griffin. Lets it go with a 3. Harden's shot is off. And Portland has possession. It's a 13-point game. Lillard goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
The crafty nature of Lillard's game. He's exceptional with tricking defenders, especially with the pump fake.
And so he hits both. And the Nets with possession here. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harden kicks to Durant from deep. No good there. Lillard left side. Over to the left wing. Here's Giles. Missed. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Up next, the Nets taking on the Bucks. For the Nets, they pride themselves on each and every step that leads to victory. The preparation, the focus, the sheer will. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So the Nets starting five. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the two guard. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the five. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
I didn't think that was going to go in.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits, makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Holiday looking for an opening. Puts it up from 12, and Durant sends it back. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. KD passes to Harris. From deep three-point range, Milwaukee with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Harden against Holiday. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
Lopez outside. And Antetokounmpo inside. KD's on him. He gets it in there.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Here's Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Harden against Holiday. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez up top. Pass to Middleton. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Jordan the pass to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And the Nets making a change here as well. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Luwawu. Outside Holiday. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 5-point game. And that one's good. Durant. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off. Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. No good from Connaughton.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Bucks trail by 4. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo hammers the alley-oop through.
That's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Irving looking for an opening. A baseline J. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Harden. Hit his foot. And the refs whistling a kick ball. The Bucks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Tucker.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Middleton outside. From the top of the key. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Harden outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Forbes. He got it up. And so the first quarter is in the books. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say.
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus it.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then there's Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the 2. And it's Irving missing. Bucks trail by 4. Connaughton passes to Forbes. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. Brook Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's DiVincenzo. Count it, good.
Lopez powering through that time.
Vanette shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. A nice shot by Irving.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. DiVincenzo kicks to Forbes. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. The Bucks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Here's Irving. Offensive rebound. Claxton. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Nets lead by 4.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
The putback. It's good on the putback.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Outside Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for Griffin. From deep. The rebound by Brook Lopez. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 2.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And taken away by Brown. Green left side. Lays it up off the glass. Now here is Holiday. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. DiVincenzo against Brown. DiVincenzo kicks to Portis, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Bobby Portis, and Middleton subbed in for Bryn Forbes.
A little quickness from Antetokounmpo there, blows right past the D.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. Harden scanning the floor. Here's Luwawu, defended by DiVincenzo. And Luwawu gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Holiday up top, guarded by Harden. Durant against Antetokounmpo. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harden left side, taken away by Holiday. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Pass to Connaughton. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Jordan the pass to Harris. Here's Luwawu. The rebound by Middleton. Launches a three. Up again. Giannis on the follow. Giannis has got the lead up to 3 now for Milwaukee.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points and 4 rebounds. And that's a wrap.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Now that is automatic. Durant, one of the better mid-range shooters in the game.
Holiday against Harden. Now Holiday, he's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. In transition, here come the Nets. Ahead, here's Durant. Luwawu doesn't go that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Lopez. Pass to DiVincenzo. Feeds it to Harden. Back to KD. And the pass to Luwawu. Took him no time at all on that one. Luwawu's got 6.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Holiday against Harden. Inside. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And then jammed down as he goes right over DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Pass to KD for the tie. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 3. Outside Holiday. To the middle. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. Lopez has got his 3rd basket of the night. Nets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Taken away by Holiday. Now the Bucks moving it up. Antetokounmpo running, and Giannis throws it down.
Such a smart defensive player. Drew Holiday understanding when he should go after steals. If you're going to go for it, get it.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jordan, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Brooklyn shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Bruce Brown comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden.
Excellent screen and roll there by Holiday. He gets a great look at the rim and then calmly steps up and knocks it down.
Irving dishes to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Holiday kicks to Portis. Back to Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Shot clock at 6. Portis with it. Back to Connaughton. The Bucks working the ball around. Portis can't get it to go.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
On the wing, Holiday. No good on the triple.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team. Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Holiday. Inside, Portis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
76% from the line a season ago.
Griffin's checked in for Jeff Green. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Nets trail by 4. And here's Irving. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Green, he's checked in for Harris. Irving against Holiday. Here's Portis. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Knocked away and stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Connaughton. Buries it down low. And the Bucks lead by 6.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right side, Irving. Passes to Claxton. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Nets shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And not much of a surprise there. Kyrie, one of the better free throw shooters in the game and so hard to guard without fouling.
Irving passes to Claxton. Back to Irving. From 10 feet out. Hangs. 4 on the clock. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. The Bucks on. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the 3. Now the pass to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. Nets with the new shot clock. Irving kicks to Harden. From outside, off the mark.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Taken away by Holiday. Middleton outside. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. The dish to Giannis. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. And that's now 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Giannis outside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Irving.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Holiday against Irving. Pass to Lopez. Ball's knocked loose. Out in his own on the break. Here's Harden. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
Long arms, quick hands, deadly combination forces that turnover to jumpstart the break.
Holiday attacking. Makes it off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden kicks to Irving. Hands it from downtown. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because he seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. And it's good for 2.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
Nets trail by 3. Outside Irving. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Floats one, and that one, good. Irving's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Kyrie coming alive. He does that at this stage of the game.
Giannis with it. The shot off that time. Good D by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's blocked by Jordan. They retain possession. Good. Here's Irving. To the paint, outside for Durant. Irving passes to Jordan, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Middleton, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's why Middleton gets the respect from the teammates here. Adept at getting to the free throw line and attacking the inside.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Harden finds Jordan. Back to Harden. Out to Harris. From past the arc. Not going to go that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's Middleton. Misses off the right iron.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Antetokounmpo against KD. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and What a story. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the net starting five. We've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here's George for 3. Hey, Steve, two defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference. one of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
And George kicks to Leonard. Outside for George. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
And it's Leonard missing.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
He's playing with that one extra gear so far that none of the other guys have found yet.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Leonard. And here is Zubac. Back to Leonard. Steps back and shoots. And it falls over the rim and in. Leonard's got 6.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
Tipped away. The kick out to Irving. Jordan the pass to Harden. Morris with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's George. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Irving looking over the floor. Harden with it. Jackson on him.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Steps back and fires. That one misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Nets also changing it up. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Joe Harris.
And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
Rondo passes to Kennard. Fires the 3. Griffin grabs the board. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Oh, Griffin in position, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
I mean, on those alley-oop plays from Blake Griffin, you can't give him room to take off.
Now here's Rondo, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kennard for 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Nets leading by 5. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Rondo against Harden. Rondo drives in. Nobody near George. And the Clippers miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Green, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball. Green kicks to Harden. Griffin dishes to Irving. And the rejection by Cousins. He made it! He made it!
Yes, he did!
Yeah. Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
He had to rush that one a little.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. That one wide left.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Jeff Green on the wing. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Green's got 5.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Up top, Cousins. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Irving, good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Beverly. The pass to man. Will it go? And it's good on the layup. Man's got his first basket.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition, the ability to make plays for his teammates.
Beverly against Harden. Pass to Claxton. Nasty move. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Kevin Durant comes in for Bruce Brown. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
And it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high. His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And Leonard gets it to go. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The rebound by the Nets.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Offensive rebound. Harris kicks to Jordan. Pass to Durant. Back to Johnson. Nets passing it around. 6 to shoot. And Durant, here we go. Second shot opportunity. And here's Harris from the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Outside, KD. Back to Johnson. And Harris wide open. He shoots, kept alive, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 19.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And he lobs it up. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. And Leonard gets it to go.
The playmaking of Reggie, a work in progress, but looking good right there.
Nets leading by 17. KD looking around. Harris outside. Back to KD. For the three. Harris's shot is off.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Durant down low. Defended by George. That one good for two.
The wiry strength of Kevin Durant enabling him to guide it home.
Outside, George lays it up and banks it in.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And so it's Brooklyn out in front. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and that'll...
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low.
Flexing at the rack, Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Wow, the skills at his size. Durant makes a number of moves every game that just leaves you shaking your head.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And Jordan gets it to go.
Attacking in the painted area. I like this approach. It's where DeAndre's at his best.
Leonard inside. Harris is there. Leonard with the steal. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Good chance here for George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 6.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Jordan dishes to Harden. Durant in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harden finds Durant. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. And George, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 4 this quarter.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Leonard, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker they would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Leonard. Irving can't get it to go.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Brown wide open, he fires. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Mann, guarded by Harden. Mann passes to Batum. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Pass to Beverly. There's the lob to the hoop. Green with the block. And he's able to get it back. And he gets the bucket. Batum's got his first bucket in this one.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kyrie Irving. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Harden against Rondo. It's deflected. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brown. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. The free throw drops for Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Brooklyn shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
So for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
The feed now to Cousins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Beverly against Irving. It falls for his fifth field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Outside, George. It falls for his fifth field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Outside Irving. Irving double team.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here's George for 3. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. 2 points. That one goes.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything. Just waits for his man to break free.
Here's George. Misses in close.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets looking at a 13-point lead. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Brooklyn leading by 13. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Jackson is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Morris in at the center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Harden up top, guarded by Jackson. The putback, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Brooklyn.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Stolen by Harden. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Patterson comes in for Jackson. Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th.
Hey, get on James.
Harden against Beverly, and stolen by Patterson. Here's George, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Jeff Green picks one up.
In OKC, Paul George showed he can be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Durant finds Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Irving from long range. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 18. Here's Leonard, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
You have to give it up for Kawhi right now. He is wearing out the defense.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Durant kicks to Irving. 3-pointer. Durant dishes to Green. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Patterson. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Harden the pass to Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
When the shots come to KD and the flow of the offense, it makes it much easier.
To the inside, and stolen by Jordan. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in. Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. Harden finds KD. 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. From deep, Harden. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Clippers trail by 17. Down low, and stolen by Jordan. And he commits the intentional foul. .143 left in the 4th quarter. KD passes to Jordan. Harden outside. Back to Jordan. Harden dishes to Durant. The tray.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kyrie Irving.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in for Durant. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for Harris. Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Johnson in for James Harden. Brown outside. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line.
To the middle, and stolen by Jordan. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The pass to Brown. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kennard for three. Jordan with the rebound. There's the three. Oturu with the rebound. Here's Batum. And the layup's good off the glass.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
For the land of the...
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the two-guard spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the three, the small forward. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. And there's the pass to McCollum. Drains it from beyond the arc. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harden the pass to Durant. Shoots over Covington, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And here are the Blazers. Back to Powell. Harden against Lillard. Pulls up. High post. Jordan with the rebound.
Boy, defense non-existent there. But they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Here's Harden. Jacks up a 3 and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. With some arc, and it's good on the way in.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Harden outside. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And a wide open look for McCollum. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now, here's Lillard. Here's Powell. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Jordan, high post, working on Nurkic. Here's Harden. Connects on the 17-footer. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Lillard. A 3 from McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Harden against Lillard. Now, here is Harden, guarded closely. There's 1:26 left here in the opening quarter. Harden against Lillard. Passes it to McCollum. Lillard surveying the D. 4 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lets it go from the wing. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the Nets also making a change. Green's checked in. Pass to Irving. Now Green is covered by Cantor. Takes it from 10. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Simons, the pass to Jones. No good on the shot.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Simons. James Harden picking up that last basket. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Count it. Irving's got 5 now.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Kyrie Irving. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Griffin, and it's Brown, and at the shooting guard. Nets leading by 3. Outside Durant. Outside Green. Left side Brown. No good from Durant. Durant's gone 2 for 5 tonight. A 3 from McCollum. Pass to Simons. It's good. This game is all even. He has 5.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Cantor, excellent with that read.
Irving kicks to KD. Again, Durant missing.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Anthony against Green. Cantor trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Anthony against Irving. KD on the wing. To end the run. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter. Now here's McCollum. He's got 8 to the paint. Simons the pass to Cantor. Jones for 3, and Durant sends it back.
KD's defense has really taken a huge step forward. I mean, excellent at blocking shots now, and he's a better help defender. Man, he's putting that reach to good use on the defensive end.
And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Jones. And the Nets also making a change. James Harden, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Harden finds Green. Back to Harden. Claxton the pass to Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. Takes a 3. They get the rebound. Second chance shot. Here's Griffin. Basket good. Griffin's got his first basket of the night.
And how about Griffin continuing to own the paint? A fantastic power forward with good touch from there.
Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets with the lead. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Nets shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And the first one drops. Anthony's checked in for Portland. And Brown drops them both. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. 51 seconds left in the first half. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. And good that time. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Green. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. To the wing right side. Nobody near Nurkic. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Nets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And Brooklyn turns it over again.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
For Portland, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Back to Lillard. Goes up on the wing. Up again. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. And thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. And that
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Clock at 4. And the dunk by Powell. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
It's Harden with the drive. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
All Harden needs is a little separation. Once the screen comes his way, he's looking to pull up.
And it's McCollum in the corner. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And the Nets also making a change. Luwawu's checked in, and they pick up 2. Now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
McCollum with the ball. He's got 8. There's the pass to Lillard. And there it is for him. Lillard's got 8 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Durant feeling it out a bit. He feeds it to Jordan. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. No coverage that time. He's got 10.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Harden up top. Covered by Lillard. It's tipped. A good look from McCollum. Lillard. And it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
And the basket by Harden.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Passes it to Cantor. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Harden. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Nets lead by 1.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Durant. Clock at 6. Tries it from 9. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. It's a 1-point game.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Cullen passes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. With the putback. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his second basket.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Irving looking for an opening. 32 seconds left to play in the third. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. Outside Anthony. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. McCollum left side. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. And here is Irving. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nets lead by. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Over Brown. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Outside Irving. Durant for 3. Brown dishes to KD. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nets lead by 3.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Count that bucket.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Outside, Green. Irving finds Green. The kick out to Irving. It's stolen by Anthony. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And now we've got the intentional foul.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. The shot's good.
Boy, I tell you what, he's one of the best scorers in the game, and I love how Irving continues to be in attack mode.
Powell against Irving. Now Powell. Pass to Lillard to tie it up. Nurkic dishes to Jones. Deep 2 from Anthony. They grab their own miss. Knocked loose. Irving with the steal. Harden with it. Lillard picks him up, and that's an intentional foul. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony, and McCollum subbed in for Jones. To the inside. They kick it out to Green. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Irving. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Outside Irving. Right side Jordan. Fires from deep. Irving can't hit. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 3. Powell pitch to Nurkic. Lillard from outside. And it's KD with the rebound. In transition, here come the Nets. Count that one.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Now here's Lillard. McCollum outside. A 3-ball. Lillard outside. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 19 points.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Irving with it. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and the shot goes in.
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Here's Lillard. A rebound by the Nets.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. And here are the Nets. They lead by 4. Irving finds Jordan. Back to Irving. And here's Harden. On the wing, Irving. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Nets lead by 7.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
Lillard the pass to Powell. Pass to McCollum. It's McCollum on the wing. Outside Covington. No good with the triple. So it's the Nets picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much.